You did everything right. You worked hard. You saved what you could. You made sacrifices. And you told yourself, by 62, by 65 at the latest, I'll be done. I'll finally rest. But here you are, still working, still struggling, still waiting for a finish line that keeps moving. If that's you, this story is for you. And you are not failing. According to a 2024 national survey by the National Institute on Retirement Security, 79% of Americans believe the country is facing a retirement crisis. Not 20%, not 50%, 79%. The Federal Reserve reports that the median retirement savings for Americans in their late 50s is less than $50,000 against the recommended goal of having 8 times your annual salary saved. And according to Prudential Financial's 2024 retirement survey, 2 out of 3 Americans over 60 fear they will outlive their savings. This isn't about bad choices. This is about a system that was never designed for you to win. James Henderson is 62 years old. He grew up in Columbus, Ohio. His father worked at a steel plant for 30 years and retired at 60 with a full pension, a house paid off, a fishing rod, Sunday dinners with the grandkids. That was the image James carried with him his entire working life. My dad retired at 60. I watched him walk out of that plant with his head held high. He'd earned it. Every single day of those 30 years, he earned it. And I thought, that's going to be me. I'm going to do exactly what he did. James spent 28 years as a logistics manager for a midsize manufacturing company in Ohio. He was loyal. He was reliable. He planned carefully. I had a plan. I had a real plan. By 60, I'd have the house paid off, maybe $400,000 in my 401k. My wife, Linda, would keep her part-time job for benefits, and I'd be done. We'd travel a little, see the grandkids, just breathe. I was so sure. I had a spreadsheet. I updated it every year. Then 2008 happened. James watched his 401k drop by 40% in 8 months. I lost $180,000 in 1 year. I didn't sell anything. I didn't do anything wrong. I just watched the number go down every time I opened the statement. I stopped opening them after a while. James kept working. He rebuilt slowly. Then in 2019, his company downsized. At 58, James was laid off. They called it a restructuring. Gave me a nice handshake, a severance package for 3 months, and a cake in the break room. After 24 years, I went home and sat in my car in the driveway for 2 hours. I didn't know how to tell Linda. James spent 14 months looking for comparable work. He sent out over 300 resumes. He got 11 interviews, 0 offers. I knew what was happening. I'm not stupid. The interviews would go great, then nothing. Or they'd ask what year I graduated high school, which is illegal, but they'd find ways. We went with someone who's a better cultural fit. I'm 58 years old. I don't fit the culture. I took a job as a warehouse supervisor. Half my old salary. No pension. No real 401k match. Just survival. Today, James is 62. He still works 50 hours a week. His retirement account after everything sits at $210,000. His house has 7 years left on the mortgage. He is not where he planned to be. Not even close. I ran the numbers again last month. If I retire at 65, take Social Security, and draw down my savings, I can make it work. Barely. If nothing goes wrong, if Linda stays healthy, if the car doesn't die, if. My dad didn't retire on if. He retired on certainty. I don't have that. According to a 2024 report from the National Council on Aging, 45% of American households over 60 don't have enough income to cover basic living costs. And 80% cannot withstand a major financial shock, a serious illness, the loss of a spouse, a car that breaks down. The thing that keeps me up at night isn't the money, really. It's the feeling that I did everything I was supposed to do. I worked hard. I saved. I sacrificed vacations. I drove used cars. I said no to things so I could say yes to retirement later. And later never came. My son asked me the other day when I'm going to retire. He's 32. He doesn't understand why I'm still doing this. And I don't know how to explain to him that the world he's stepping into, it's not the one I was promised. If James's story sounds like yours, here is what financial experts say. You can still do even now, even at 60 or 62. These aren't miracle solutions, but they are real steps that real people are using to close the gap. First, delay Social Security if you possibly can. Every year you wait past 62 increases your monthly benefit by roughly 8%. Waiting from 62 to 67 can increase your monthly check by up to 40%. If your health allows it, Those extra years of work can dramatically change your retirement math. Second, treat your home as a financial tool, not just a place to live. Many Americans over 60 have significant equity in their homes. Downsizing, relocating to a lower cost of living, state, or exploring a reverse mortgage are options that can free up tens of thousands of dollars. It's not giving up, it's being strategic. Third, reframe what retirement means. The all-or-nothing model work full-time, then stop completely as a product of an era that no longer exists. Many financial planners now recommend phased retirement, reducing hours, switching to consulting or part-time, bridging the gap without a hard stop. James knows this too. My neighbor retired at 65, fully retired. Golf every day. Within 6 months, he was back looking for something to do. Turns out it wasn't really about the money for him. It was about purpose. Maybe that's what I've been missing. Maybe I've been chasing a number when I should be figuring out what I actually want my days to look like. James still works. He probably will for a few more years. Not because he failed, not because he made bad decisions, but because the ground shifted beneath him and he kept walking anyway. If you're in your 50s or 60s and retirement feels further away than it should, understand this: the retirement system in America has fundamentally changed. Pensions are largely gone. 401k plans put all the risk on you. Social Security faces long-term uncertainty. You are not behind because you didn't try hard enough. You are behind because the rules changed while you were playing by the old ones. Some mornings I drive to work and I think about my dad, about that walk out of the plant. I still want that. Maybe not at 60, maybe not even at 65, but I want that feeling that I made it, that I earned something real. I'm not giving up on that.